Morning everybody. Today we are going to start the video on the Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India was drafted by the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly held its first sitting on the 9th December 1946. It reassembled on the 14th of August 1947. Constitution of India is the supreme law of India. It lays down the framework defining fundamental political principles, establishing the structure, procedures, powers and duties of the government, and spells out the fundamental rights, directive principles and duties of citizens. Passed by the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949, it came into effect on 26 January 1950. The date 26 January was chosen to commemorate the Declaration of Independence of 1930. With the Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India is the supreme law of India. It lays down the framework defining fundamental political principles, establishes the structure, procedures, powers and duties of government institutions, and also sets out fundamental rights, directive principles and the duties of citizens. The book Constitution of India was drafted in the mid-20th century. It gave an advantage to take cognizance of various constitutional processes operating in different countries. A rich fund of human experience, wisdom, heritage and traditions in area of governmental process was drawn. It suited the political, social and economic condition in India. Thus, it turned out to be a very interesting and unique document, and it contains the Constitution, why do we need the Constitution, the history, the framing of the Constitution of India, the preamble, what is the Constitution of India, main characteristics of Constitution of India and its conclusion. The definition of Constitution. The Government and Parliament of India and the Government and the Legislature of each of the states, all local or other authorities within the territory of India or under the control of the Government of India. Why do we need Constitution? In general, we need a Constitution to govern a country properly. The Constitution defines the nature of political system of a country. Sometimes we feel strongly about an issue that might go against our larger interest, and the Constitution helps us to guard against this. All the three organs of government, that is executive, legislature and judiciary, functions within the Constitution. So the Constitution is required to have authoritative allocation of power and function, and also to restrict them within its limit. To perform the following functions, we need a Constitution. Being the first function of a Constitution is to provide a set of basic rules that allow the minimal coordination among members of a society. The second function of Constitution is to specify who has the power to make decisions in a society. The third function of a Constitution is to set some limits on what a government can impose on its citizens. The fourth function of a Constitution is to enable the government to fulfill the separations of a society and create conditions for just society. History of Constitution of India. 1324 BC to 185 BC, Emperor Ashoka Maurya established constitutional principles which he engraved them in major rocks, pillar and on mirror rocks for public to take reference, also known as Edicts of Ashoka. From 1599 AD to 1765 AD, East India Company takes total administrative control by gaining right of taxation in Bengal after Battle of Plassey. 1765 AD to 1858 AD, East India Company takes total unified control over the whole of India from a single centre in Calcutta. But its rule ended with the revolt of 1857. And from 1858 AD to 1947 AD, this period of the British Raj was the time when the Constitution of India took shape. In 1950 AD, finally Constitution of India created an independent India by its own free people and was adopted on 26 November 1949 and came into effect on 26 January 1950 as we know it and use it today. The framing of Constitution of India. The Constituent Assembly of India was elected to write the Constitution following India's independence from Great Britain. Its members served as the nation's first parliament. This body was formed in 1946 for the purpose of making independent India's constitution. The Assembly passed a resolution in 1947 January defining the objectives of the constitution. The objectives are to set up a Union of India comprising British India and the princely states, to set up a federal form of government with separate state and central government, to set up democracy in which all power is derived from the people, where all people are guaranteed justice, equality and freedom, where minorities, depressed classes and the tribals' rights are protected. Protect the integrity of India and the sovereign rights over land, sea and air. To help India attain its rightful place in the world and work for peace and welfare of all the mankind. The Constituent Assemblies consisted of 385 members, of which 292 were elected by the elected members of the provincial legislative assemblies, while 93 members were nominated by the princely states. Dr. Sachinanda Sinha was the first president of the Constituent Assembly when it met on December 9, 1946. Later, Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the president of the Constituent Assembly and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar became the chairman of its drafting committee on December 11, 1946. The assembly met in sessions open to the public for 166 days spread over a period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days before adopting the constitution. After many deliberations and some modifications, over 111 plenary sessions in 114 days, the 308 members of the assembly signed 2 copies. Finally, one in Hindi and one in English on 24 January 1950. Same day, the assembly unanimously elected Dr. Rajendra Prasad as the President of India, which came into effect on January 26, 1950, known and celebrated as the Republic of India. Constitution of India. Preamble. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity and to promote among all, fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unit and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves thus Constitution. The first words of the preamble, we the people, signifies the power is ultimately vested in the hands of the people of India. So far the preamble has been amended only once in 1976 by 42nd Amendment, that is change, which inserted the word socialism, secularism and integrity. A brief description of these concepts are as follows. Sovereign, it means free to follow internal and external policies. Secular, it means no particular religion is preferred. Socialist, it means no concentration of power and money. Democratic, it means rule by elected representative of the people of India. And the Republic means no room for hereditary ruler or monarch. What is the Constitution of India? Constitution of India is considered to be the supreme law of the country, as it puts forth the framework of fundamental political principles. It establishes the structure, procedures, powers and the duties of the government and mentions the fundamental rights, its directive principles and the duties of citizens. The Constitution declares India as a sovereign, socialist, democratic and republic with a parliamentary form of government. The Indian Constitution shows federal as well as unitary system. Federal system, the powers are divided or shared between state and the central government. Union system, the power concentration in central government with the state government. Federal features, supremacy of the Constitution, division of power between the Union and the state, and the existence of an independent judiciary in the Indian Constitution. The unitary features are, it has single citizenship, single constitution, power of union to override on the state matters. During emergency, the system becomes virtually unitary. changes in the names and boundaries of the states by the parliament, integrated judiciary system, center appoints the governors, dependence of states on the Center for Economic Assistance and Grants. Dear children, I hope you understood the first session of the topic Indian Constitution. Thank you. Have a good day.